$1.6 trillion. That's the weight of the student debt crisis. But to put that into perspective, $1 million in $100 bills weighs about 22 pounds. But $1 trillion is $1 million. That means $1.6 trillion is going to weigh about 35 million pounds. That's a lot of weight on the backs of everyday Americans just trying to get by. And a lot of this weight can't be offloaded in traditional means because it's very difficult to get rid of student loan debt through bankruptcy. And bankruptcy is a very damaging and traumatic experience for a lot of people. But it is a necessary thing to do for some people, and it does provide some relief. Bankruptcies in the U.S. in 2019 were over 750,000, and they're on the decline. And that's according to a 2019 United States court website titled Bankruptcy Filings Continue to Fall. And that sounds like good news. But whenever you consider the outrageous debt that is student loans, it comes back into perspective because student loans aren't bankruptable in most cases. In fact, the average student from Louisiana has about $35,000 in student loan debt, according to Melanie Hansen's 2021 article on educationdata.org titled The Average Student Loan Debt by State. And a lot of that debt can't be offloaded through bankruptcy, so it's discouraging people from actually filing bankruptcy. And actually, people with a bachelor's degree are the second highest demographic for filing bankruptcy, just behind people with some college education at 29%. Bachelor's degree is 20%, according to a 2021 BillFazeDebt.com article, Bankruptcy Stats up to 2022. And alumni get into trouble like anyone else. They're just trying to look out for their futures. They gave up a lot of their 20s, and they gave up a lot of their time and effort and their future money so that they would have a better outlook on life. And these student loans are holding them down. The average pay for a fresh alumni is about $55,000, according to a 2021 Stephen Miller article titled Salaries for College Grads Climb Amid Labor Shortages, which is a good thing, and that's at shrm.org. And actually, interest rates for student loans have been on a decline for a couple of years, and they're at the lowest rate that they've ever been, about 5.9%. That's according to a 2021 article by Melanie Hansen titled Student Loan Interest Rates in 2022 on educationdata.org. But right now, it's less predictable than ever before on what will actually happen with those student loan rates. You can look at Ukraine, you can look at the Federal Reserve in their intentions on raising federal interest rates on money, and that's definitely going to affect student loan interest rates. And what this all equals to is about a $400 a month payment for the average person on the student loan debt. And that is actually about 11% of a person's income. 11% is a lot of money. Having 11% of a person's money back could be a game changer. It is 1/10. And 1/10 of a person's money could be spent doing any number of things. And namely, right after college, a lot of people are looking at getting houses, or starting to invest in a business, or starting to invest in their retirement. And being saddled with this student loan debt really hinders that. And for these reasons, a person should just simply get rid of it as quickly as possible. Just bucket it out of the boat as quickly as you can, offload that weight. And this can't be achieved through bankruptcy because the loans are federally insured and they're nearly impossible to get rid of. And student loan interest, a lot of it actually starts while the student is in school. So interest has been accruing this whole time. So instead of 10 years, it may be 15 years or 14 years that interest is accruing on a person. And That's according to Ryan Wangham, a 2021 Business Insider article titled "Interest Rates Accruing on Most Student Loans When Funds Are Dispersed, So You May Want to Pay Them Off While You're in School." And another place people have looked to for some relief is the government, but it's just simply not happening. Over the past decade, there's been a lot of empty promises to end student loan debt, or at least to relieve it, and it's just not happening in real tangible numbers. So a person is left with one real option, and it's to pay it off as quickly as possible. And a person should pay it off as quickly as possible because on average they're going to save about $13,000. But that's including all of the people that didn't finish school. So it's really higher than that. A lot of people who did finish school are going to have more student loan debt than the person that went for a little while and just decided to opt out. So the average graduate rate is going to be higher than the average. So a person's going to save more interest. So a person doesn't need to carry overbearing student loan debt for any longer than necessary. The longer that they carry it, the more opportunity costs that they take on. 10% of a person's income for 10 years is a lot of opportunity cost. So they are wasting thousands and thousands of dollars. So the best course of action in regards to student loans is to just simply pay it off as quickly as possible.